Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is 12 o'clock Newsbreak. In the local scene, the Albay Veterinary Office AVO has successfully conducted a free spay and castration event for dogs and cats at the Negosyo Auditorium AFB Ville in Cabangan, Camalig, Albay. AVO, together with volunteer veterinarians from Albay and other provinces, served around 140 animals. Animal Health and Regulatory Division Head Dr. Manny Victorino highlighted activities' alignment with the Rabies Awareness Month, emphasizing its role in preventing unwanted pregnancies of stray animals, as they are usually the cause of biting incidents. In other story, in the 79th regular session, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Albay has given the green light to a resolution declaring the City Ordinance number 8046/2024 of Tabaco City, Albay. The ordinance, entitled An Ordinance Prescribing the Rules and Regulations for the Use of Electric Bicycles or e-bike in the City of Tabaco and providing penalties for violation thereof. The ordinance, presented by Board Member Reynaldo Bargais, Chairperson of the Committee on Transportation, Communication and Public Utilities, was withdrawn during the previous session for further study. E-bikes are subject to registration and issuance of driver's permit. However, those with existing driver's license are exempted from obtaining the permit. In other news, at least 14 underground mass organization UGMO members renounced their affiliation with the Communist New People's Army during a Serbisyo caravan in Balatan town in the province of Camarines Sur. The former UGMO members burned effigies and the flag of the New People's Army as a symbol of their denunciation. The commanding officer of the 81st Infantry Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Julio Binuhi, expressed his belief that the increasing number of former UGMO members pledging loyalty to the government indicates a gradual awakening among civilians in Camarines Sur and return in the hands of the law. In the national scene, the Philippines will not invoke its mutual defense treaty with the United States even after China's use of water cannons in the West Philippine Sea, injuring 4 Filipinos and damaging a resupply vessel, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said Wednesday, March 6. The mutual defense treaty obligates both Manila and Washington to help each other in case of external aggression. Marcos gave this statement when asked if he viewed the latest collision in the West Philippine Sea as an attack to the Philippines. In other story, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Wednesday, March 6, said that the loitering of 2 Chinese vessels in the Benham Rise was a great concern, as it is a clear intrusion into the Philippines' maritime territory. Last week, 2 Chinese research vessels were spotted cruising across the Philippine Rise, an area in the eastern part of Luzon that is exclusive to the Philippines. The Philippines has deployed its Navy and Coast Guard's assets to patrol in the area, an official from the National Security Council said. In other news, Senator Nancy Binay wants the Senate to probe reported deaths linked to the unauthorized use of intravenous IV glutathione. In her explanatory note, Binay said her proposed Senate Resolution number 952 aims to direct the appropriate committee to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation on the issue. She also pointed out several health and beauty salons, wellness spas, and beauty clinics in the country offering IV drips using skin tightening agents including reduced glutathione, vitamin C, and other injections despite the absence of FDA approval. And in the news outside the country, Nikki Haley ended her long shot challenge to Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump on Wednesday, March 6, ensuring the former president will be the party's candidate in the rematch with Democratic President Joe Biden in November's election. Haley, the former South Carolina governor and Trump's ambassador to the United Nations when he was the president, made the announcement in a speech in Charleston a day after Super Tuesday, when Trump beat her soundly in 14 of 15 Republican nominating contests. Haley lasted longer than any other Republican challenger to Trump, but never posed a serious threat to the former president, whose iron grip on the party's base remains firm despite the multiple criminal indictments. In other story, Hamas stuck to its term for a ceasefire deal and hostage exchange with Israel on Wednesday, March 6, after the United States said truce talks in Cairo were in the hands of the Palestinian militant groups. Negotiators from Hamas, Qatar, and Egypt, but not Israel, are in Cairo trying to secure a 40-day ceasefire in the war between Israel and the Islamist group in Gaza in time for the Muslim fasting month of Ramadan. Urging Hamas to accept the terms on the table, President Joe Biden said on Tuesday, March 5, that U.S. ally Israel was cooperating and a rational offer had been made for a ceasefire in exchange for release of Israeli hostages. And finally, in the news outside the country, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said on Wednesday, March 6, that maritime security, trade, and clean energy will shape the country's future with the ASEAN bloc as Beijing looks to increase its presence in the contested South China Sea. Australia is hosting an ASEAN summit in Melbourne, which marks the 50th anniversary of its ties to ASEAN, even as differences remain across the 10-member bloc on China's plans to extend diplomatic and military presence in the region. And that's all for the 12 o'clock news break, March 7, 2024. We'll be right back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to our 12 o'clock news break writer, Francis May Boras, and on the technical side, Chad Borbis. And of course, our Provincial Information Officer, Attorney Mary Luduga Castillo. And under the supervision of our Governor, Attorney Edsel Greg Slagman, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.